Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about why no one goes through your email automation, why you're getting open rates, but you're not really getting people actually taking the action you want, which is either booking a call or buying a product. Okay, so I'm going to go in depth here. I know on my channel, I usually am going more into like the philosophical and higher level realms because I personally feel that's actually where you're going to get the most value from. But a lot of you guys, you actually may be more in a position where you need strategic tactical advice. Us having pie in the sky discussions about the psychology of why someone changes may not be useful when you need to make an email automation, right? Like it is actually, if you think about it, because you need to actually tie that into your email automation. But we're actually just going to focus entirely on tactics today. So here's what I see, and I'm going to primarily focus on the info industry. That does not mean this doesn't apply to D2C e-com or really any industry for that matter. I think you can take the exact same concepts I'm saying here and extrapolate them out. But just so I have an example to use, I will just focus in on info. And that's going to be coaching, it's going to be consulting, it's going to be people selling, mainly for people to get on a call, right? Phone sales is what it is, okay? So what you see a lot of the times is people opt into a funnel. And the funnel is like a VSL funnel, or maybe it's a free resource, or maybe they're interested in your service, and so they just filled out an application. Like whatever it is, right? You have some form of a lead capture mechanism, okay? And that lead capture mechanism provides some sort of value to them, okay? Free PDF, could be a paid product even. It could be, just the VSL itself, whatever it is, right? And then what happens afterwards is you either have it where people book a call or they don't. Now, here's the thing, guys. I think when this style of funnel was first really being rolled out and there wasn't a lot of them out there, it was very effective just booking by itself. Now, I think we're in a position where follow-up is what matters. A ton, okay? We've always been in that position, but now it's like non-negotiable. You used to be able to skate by without having any follow-up. So you didn't even really have to call people. You didn't have to even call the list. You could just literally they would just book from the first time they saw. And that's when this was first running out. When we were first doing VSL funnels, when we were first really rolling out high ticket book a call funnels, I'm talking about, I'm not saying first, but when they really, really actually got popular, let's say like 2017 era, 2018 era, that's when, it was just popping at that point. I was just seeing that so easy to book a call. Like people didn't even really need to call the list. They would just book in directly. Now, again, like I said, it's more difficult. So what matters now is that you have proper follow-up. So phone sales, that's another discussion for another time. We could totally have an in-depth conversation on what to tell your setters to say. But what's more important than that for the topic of this video is email, okay? Because email works 24/7, 365, and you have a higher chance of the person actually opening and seeing the message. Now, if you can actually get the person on the phone, you're gonna have a higher chance of them actually being able to book a call with you, right? Like there's a higher chance because they're talking with you. It's a lot more personable. The more personable your outreach is, the higher chance you have of being able to book a call. And so what people do is they kind of just throw email to the wayside and just focus entirely. I got this one hair that just will not fucking stop coming down. They'll throw email entirely to the wayside and they'll just focus entirely on cold outreach and hitting people up via the phone, texting, calls, whatever it is, getting a hold of them. And I get that because maybe they're not seeing the best results from email. And the reason why you're not seeing good results from your email automations is because you built them like shit. Usually what people do is it's kind of like it's just not really with a lot of care. The better way to say this is they don't really put effort into it, okay? They hire some sort of shitty email copywriter. They pay him $1,000. He builds out the entire email automation, or maybe they just do it real quick, and they just keep that. And that's the one that they use. And they're selling $7,800 deals, and they're just wondering, I wonder why no one's booking a call. Well, okay, imagine this. You paid someone $1,000 to make your VSL. It's not going to be good. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not. Like, you could do it yourself and it'd probably be pretty good, but you what you pay for is what you get. Okay? So email automations are the same way. And I don't think people really understand this. Like, it is a message that you're sending out to your prospect, and it's going to have anywhere from a 30 to 50% open rate. Let's just say that again. A 30 to 50% open rate on that first email. Statistically, that's what I see across most people's funnels, as long as their deliverability is in check. A lot of people open up those emails. They just do, because they're engaged, especially if you're making a direct offer in your VSL. More people are going to open it. So why, and let me just curse for a second, why in the fuck would you not put a ton of effort and time into those emails? Why would you just make them, here's the video, email 1, email 2, hey, did you get a chance to check out the video, email 2, email 3, here's a case study, email 4, here's a case study, email 5, hey, we got this personal result, email 6, hey, do you want to have sex with us? Book a call, 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 over and over and over again. It's like, just, you didn't spend any time at all on thinking, hey, what would actually be useful for the prospect to read? Do you really think, I'm going to rant for a second, do you really think that people want to go through your fucking case studies? They don't. This is a stupid notion. I guarantee you that most people never watch through one single case study. They look at them. They see, okay, he's credible. Most people do not watch case studies unless there is a specific topic being discussed that they care about. Why? Because you and I are selfish. We don't care about other people. Let's just be honest. Look, you're watching this video probably in between lunch or something like that. You don't need to lie to me, bro. You don't really give a shit about other people's results. You care about you and your business, right? So how arrogant is it for you to send emails to your prospects that focus entirely on other people and not them and their problems? Dumb. So dumb. What gets people to book a call from you is they see value in your services. They see value in your products. They see value in what you have to offer. They see value in it. It's not valuable to look at other people's testimonials. An example of what I was saying here with testimonials, where people will click on it if it actually makes sense. There was one from Sam Ovens. Sam Ovens posted like dozens of these interviews on his YouTube channel. They have views, don't get me wrong, because some people do watch this shit. I'm talking about the broad majority of people. You can look, those aren't his highest view count videos by any stretch of imagination. But there was one that was like agency or info, or agency or course, or something like that was the title. You can go find that. That one I think has the highest view count out of everything. I may be wrong here, but I'm fairly certain I'd make that bet right here. I'd throw a good amount of money on that. Why? Because that's a topic, right? If you put a case study together and it's like, okay, how this video producer went from $0 to $50,000 a month. Fuck you. No one cares about that. Honestly, like some people will be like, wow, that's really amazing. But instead, it'd be like if you did how this, or something more specific, big team or solopreneur question mark, how this video producer went from $0 to $50,000 a month with, right? Like something like that, right? That's a topic. It's a specific topic we're discussing. It's not just Jimmy made 30 grand a month. It's not. Okay? So stop doing that. That's retarded. I'm going to say that. We're bringing that word back. It's stupid for you to do that. Like imagine you're at a convention, okay, and you're talking with someone, and all you talk about is like, this is your conversation with them basically. Hi, Mr. John, how are you doing? So first of all, I just wanted to give you the sales letter that we have that's actually gonna go ahead and sell you on our services. Here it is. Oh, by the way, did you get a chance to read that? Oh, you didn't get a chance to read that? Okay, no worries. Hey, here's someone we worked with. Here's someone we worked with. Here's someone we worked with. Oh, by the way, did you get a chance to check out that sales letter yet? No. Oh, here's someone we worked with. Here's someone we worked with. That's most people's email automations. Guys, it is time for you to act like it's 2023 sorry, 2024 if you're watching this in the new year, and you need to stop sending this just garbage. It's just garbage. I'm sorry for cursing and getting really involved and heated, but this is something I get really passionate about because it's so simple to me. And yet when I love it. Actually, everyone don't fix this because I'll take the $10,000 payments and $30,000, contracts. Like I'll take them. I'll take the $15,000 one-on-one coaching until you guys don't want to fucking, just come on. Don't fix the solution. don't fix the problem. I mean, I'll take it. Let me come pay me and I'll go ahead and I'll fix it for you. Which, by the way, we're opening up new slots in 2024 for one-on-one coaching, and it is going to be higher than 15,000 because we filled that out, and because on Twitter I said that, and I'm a man of my word. So, another story for another time. But guys, seriously, you need to provide value in your email automations. Otherwise, people have no reason to book a call with you. Now, there's going to be one dickhead that's watching this and saying, "Well, I book calls from my email automation, and I don't really talk about anything outside of testimonials, and I just tell them to book a call and I just send them the VSL. So clearly this guy's wrong." Yeah, hey, dude, guess what? First of all, congrats because you have a good offer. Your offer's doing your lifting for you. Not your messaging, not your marketing strategy. Your offer is doing your work for you. How does that make you feel? It should be pretty good because guess what? You can get more results. Oh my God. For the person that's getting no results, here's how you get a lot of results. For the person that's getting some results, here's how you get even more results, right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I want to go over and I want to explain how the heck do you actually structure your email automations to get people to book calls with you? Great question. Let's dive in. Okay. So like I said, most people, what they do is it's like this. Okay. There's the opt-in email. Hey, it's just like a VSL link or whatever, PDF, resource. Let's just call this the resource, right? So whatever the resource or asset, we should say, is, that's the first email. Then what you have is after that, you go into email one, and this one is like, hey, did you watch the VSL, right? Or did you read the asset? Then the next one goes into case study, hard pitch, right? And this is email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, right? And it's just kind of this over and over again. It's just more case studies and more pitches, but there's not really a ton of value in these email automations. And maybe someone will do it for 10 to 12 emails, and then they'll lead them into their newsletter. So let me just show you what we've done here. So all you've done is just talked about yourself the entire time. I want you to think about, let's go back to this scene because this looks better. I want you to think about in a normal social setting. This is just social dynamics 101, guys. How to be a charismatic individual, how to be an influential person. If you're in a social setting, you're at an event, and you're talking with someone, and if 95% of the conversation is about you, you are an idiot. You're being dumb. And I'm saying this because I'm guilty of this. We're all guilty of this, right? I'm the only reason I can speak is from experience, okay? You are dumb for doing that. It should never be about you unless someone is specifically asking you questions. Most of the time they're not. You're just yapping about yourself. Again, totally guilty. I've done this many times. If you want to be an actually influential person and have someone say, I really like that guy, right? What do? Make it about them. The sweetest word in the entire dictionary for every single person is their own name. And yes, maybe their name is not in the dictionary, but you know what I'm talking about. The sweetest word in the English language. Oh, maybe they're Bulgarian. Shut up. Stop being dumb. Okay, so we've established this is dumb. Bad. No. Don't do this. Stupid. Stop doing this. It's not good. Okay? So here's what I would recommend doing. Yes, have an opt-in email. You send them to the VSL, okay? This is your email one, okay? Just quick link. Hey, by the way, in case you wanted it, if you got distracted, here's how I would exactly do the word track on it. In case you wanted it, because maybe you got distracted and weren't able to watch it, maybe you're on the toilet right now, I swear to God, this will work. Maybe you're taking a bathroom break. Maybe you're having lunch. Maybe you're on the go. If you just want to watch this while you're driving, hey, don't recommend that. But if you want to, go ahead. Whatever it is, if you need the link, here it is right here for you. Right? Just, hey, you're busy, right? You're doing stuff. Maybe you're in between client calls. You're going for a walk. Here you go. You watch this on another device, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so that's the opt-in email. Okay. Then what you're going to go into is I didn't really do a good job of that. You know, it's like you're writing a birthday card and you do too big of text, and now all of a sudden you have to like all of a sudden shrink the text a lot. So this one is just basically a preview. Okay. This is email 2. So here's what's to come. When I say here's what's to come, what I mean is this. Here's what's to come means, hey, I want to send you valuable emails over the next couple days, okay, that talk about X. We'll talk about what X is here in a moment. Let's talk about X. I'd like to send you these. However, you may not want to have your email inbox with another guy sending you it. Here's some reasons why I would consider this. Benefit, 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 benefit. However, if that's not really appealing to you, I totally understand. Here's the unsubscribe link. You could totally unsubscribe. I don't want to be another person bogging you down in your email. And then PS, so thanks, your name, PS, and then you're going to say something along the lines of like, by the way, if you didn't get a chance to yet, check out our training, main value statement. Check out our training, or check out our VSL, or check out our asset that, don't say VSL. Check out our asset that shows you whatever, just insert the name of the asset, that shows you how to main benefit statement, okay? Link. Okay, so this one will be immediately, and I would say that you should send this one within 2 to 4 hours. Doesn't really matter. Test it if you want to test it, right? So within 2 to 4 hours. Okay, now we're moving on to email 3. Okay, this one is where you introduce problem number 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's come back to me right here because I'm amazing. So problem number 1, right? Think about it like this. Every single offer, every single one, all the offers, they all have a list of problems. They all have a list of problems. Okay, so think about this. The guy that's trying to figure out how to run a e-commerce drop shipping store, okay? He needs to know how to find the products. That's a problem. He doesn't know how to do that. He has to know how to be able to actually set up the right distributor relationship where he can get the lowest rate. That's a problem. He doesn't know how to do that. He has to know how to set up his website. That's a problem. He doesn't know how to do that. He has to set up his website the right way and not a shitty way. That's a problem, right? See what I mean? Weight loss. Hey, you actually have to know what supplements to take. That's a problem, right? You have to know what workout to do, right? And there's certain types of workouts that are bad and they're spinning their wheels on, and they feel like they're not actually knowing what to do, so they don't know how to do their proper nutrition. That's a problem. They don't know how to do proper exercises. That's a problem. They're doing the exercises the wrong way and they don't have the right intensity. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's a problem. See what I mean? Like, there's a list of problems that your prospect is encountering, and this doesn't matter whether it's B2C or B2B. B2C or B2B. It's even more valuable when it's B2B because the problems are usually of higher worth. They have a monetary value attached to it. So I'm doing this right now with a client, and he has a sales organization, and what they do is they place really, really high quality setters, like really high quality setters and closers. Okay, if you need that, you can just find me online and I'll connect you with him. But when I say these guys are like Navy SEALs, it's amazing. A lot of people place these setters and it's just garbage. It's just hot garbage. They just put in some freaking BizOp 18-year-old kid who, bought it on mom's credit card, and then they place that person. That kid's like just saying the most outlandish claims to get the deal across the line. It's just ridiculous. So anyways, my point of bringing this up is basically, guys, like the problem that they're experiencing and them wanting to solve that problem is more important than anything you could send them on a case study. They don't care. They don't care. All the people saying case study, case study, case study. People just want to see you have proof. This is why we don't open up sales letters with testimonials and case studies. Go look at almost all of the highest grossing direct response sales letters, all of the highest grossing direct response VSLs of all time, go and find them. Do your research. Find them. They're good for you to watch. Go and look at them. None of them open up with testimonials. Why? Because we're selfish. We don't give a shit about other people's results. We care about I don't know why I'm whispering. We care about our problems. So we need to do that. Do that. Speak to their problems. Let's go back. Alrighty. So problem number one, right? What is problem number one? What is the problem they're experiencing? I'm going to zoom in a bit so we can get rid of the other stuff. And what you're going to do is you are going to solve problem number one for them. So I'm going to give you an example of this. Let's say that I'm a YouTube ads agency, okay? And I have clients that I'm running a VSL talking about our YouTube ads agency, okay? I'm using just a very broad service example, right? And let's just say it's for e-com companies, okay? And what we have as a problem that a lot of people are encountering is that their creatives just aren't high quality. So what I would do is going back to email number 2 where I said X, right? X is problem, okay? So I'm sorry, it's not problem, but it's solving these problems essentially. So when I said X, it's like this. I want to send you some emails showing you the 5 biggest mistakes that people make inside of their e-com YouTube ads that causes them to blah, 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 right? That causes them to lose money, waste money, and not be able to see the best results, right? Valuable. I want to show you the 5 mistakes pretty much all of our clients are making before they start working with us. Okay? I want to show you the 5 things that cause people to not see any good results from working with us. Whatever. That's probably not a good one. But you see what I mean? 5 mistakes, the 3 biggest problems, the 4 silent killers, whatever it is, right? I'm going to give you a specific list of issues. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this client that I was talking about with the sales team is it's going to be the 5 biggest issues that prevent your sales team from reaching its full momentum or full potential. Okay, that's valuable. You sending case studies is not valuable. This is just talking about yourself. Talk about them. Okay, so we're going into this. So problem number 1, let's say with my YouTube ads agency, problem number 1. A lot of people think that it's specific types of media buying that will get them the result they want. If I just change the audience, the targeting or whatever, but that's just not true. This is a big myth that a lot of people have sold you on to make themselves look smarter than YouTube. The truth is you can't outsmart YouTube, okay? The targeting, the media buying, all that shit really doesn't matter as much as you think. It's maybe 10% of what gets the result. The truth is most people are focused on media buying. They need to be focused on creative, right? So you see how I'm solving problem 1? It's not this. Don't do this. Do this, right? So essentially that's what your email 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is. It's just this. Don't do this. Here's why. Do this. Here's why. Right? That makes sense. So problem number 1. We solved problem number 1. Okay. Next one. Problem number 2. Guess what? Solve problem number 2. Pretty straightforward, right? You're going to repeat this. Number 3. I'll do 4 to 5. I'm going to see P, P, P. And you're going to show the solutions to all of these problems. Solve. 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 Okay, let's say we did 5. So 5, 4, 3. Okay, you're going to solve all those problems for them. These emails should be just packed with value. And when I say that, I mean make them very valuable. Like, they can be long. People be like, well, how long can it be? Dumb question. Here's why. I'm going to give you guys an example of this, okay? So, when I wanted to figure out how to get better at lifting and that just being in the gym, I'm not some impressive specimen by any nature. I'm not some bodybuilder. I'm not on any steroids. So I don't really have the craziest physique, but I would say I'm in fairly good shape. And considering where I started at, I'm very proud of the progress I've made so far. Okay. I've been lifting like seriously for probably about like a year or two, probably about a year and a half, 2 years. I'd messed around in the gym before then, but wasn't really super intense, right? It was just kind of like going to the gym to check a box. And now it's like I focus on intensity. Okay. And now I got the big guns, right? Okay. So anyways, I watch hour-long, 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 30 minutes, most of the time 30 minutes, Sam Sulek videos on YouTube. Okay. I've read just miles of people explaining research on what is the most effective rep range. I've listened to Mike Menser lectures on YouTube, which are upwards of 30 minutes. The length doesn't matter. What matters is the interest and desire level. The buyer, the person who's actually interested in solving that problem, guess what? They'll read for 6 years. They don't care. Maybe not 6 years, but you get what I mean. I'm being hyperbolic. So they'll read a lot. They don't care. And people are like, well, my audience, they don't read. They have such a short attention span. This is why I don't sell to B2C, because they're kind of retarded. Like, what a surprise. The people that, haven't started a business yet and are still like at the lower rungs of consciousness, they don't have an attention span. What a surprise, right? But guess what? They do. They have it for the right things, okay? The right things. And so how you write to a B2C crowd is going to be completely different from how you write to a B2B crowd, okay? It's different. And that's another discussion for another time. And this video is already close to 30 minutes. But I want to come back to this, but before I move back to this, I just want to make this very clear. Those emails could be the length of a sales letter. It does not matter. It does not matter. It needs to be 180 words. Stupid. These rules exist for losers. These rules, in my opinion, are just made for like bottom of the barrel beginner copywriters and beginner marketers who just aren't. It's like, you know what it is? It's like dating. It really is. It's like when you're the highest value individual in the relationship, like if you're a multi-billionaire, if you're Leonardo DiCaprio, do you think the rules of dating really apply to you? Like, don't double text after the date. Do you think Leonardo DiCaprio cares about that? Does he, right? Like, does he not see results? Great question, right? So I think a lot of people, they think these rules are like universal across the board. 180 characters in an email or 270 words in an email is the max words. Stupid. You can make an email that's the length of a sales letter. If it's valuable, people will read it. The question is, how do you make it valuable? Well, that's another conversation that we won't be able to cover in this video today. So let's go ahead and let's go over here. Okay, so you've solved like 5 problems for them. Okay, now here's what you want to do inside of all of these. Okay, what you want to do, let's go ahead and get our handy dandy eraser out. Hopefully you guys understood that concept. What you want to do is called a soft pitch. You soft pitch. So it's not aggressive. It's not aggressive at all. It would just be in the PS. Just be like, hey, let's say problem 1 is all about how sales teams are hiring people who have like great potential. You don't want to hire for potential. You want to hire for skill set, meaning understanding of business acumen and sales acumen. These guys need to know how to be in a CRM. They need to know how to track their calls. They need to be proficient. They need to be trained. Like, they need to be understanding of like how to get into a CRM and see success as fast as possible, right? Like, that is a problem. hey, you're hiring people based off potential and not hiring off of skill. Don't hire off potential, hire off of skill. Okay? So in that email on the PS, I would put something as a soft pitch. By the way, if you're looking for people that have, or you're looking for sales reps that not only have skill, but also have a lot of potential. They're very skilled and they're going to continue to grow in your organization and maybe become a sales manager one day. I would love to place one for you. All you got to do is just click a link below, fill out a quick application. Our team will get in contact with you, or you can book a call with me and we can chat more about how we can make that happen. Soft pitch, right? Nothing hard. You're not like hammering that home. If this is an email, like let's just look at this, right? If this is an email, this all is your content, right? It's like this value pitch. That's a soft pitch. Whereas that's a hard pitch. A little bit of value, a lot of pitch, hard pitch. Soft pitch, a lot of value, little pitch, soft pitch. Okay? So your last email, this is an 8 email automation series, okay? This last email is a banger. Works really well. This is your hard pitch. Email 8 is your hard pitch, okay? What you are going to do is sell the living shit out of your services. And here's how you do it. You do what I call reverse argument script, okay? I do this in VSLs, but you can do this here in emails as well. So it's not necessarily a script here, but we're gonna do that. So we're just gonna call it RAS. So here's essentially what this is. So this last email, this won't be super long, but here's how you do this, okay? And you can do this with ChatGPT, like you can write this up yourself, but here's essentially what the RAS email is. What you do is you take every possible objection that someone could have to buy, okay? Every possible objection, and you narrow it down to the most common objections, like the 3 to 5 most common objections, okay? You don't have money, it's B2C, right? Like that type of stuff, right? Just get those objections listed out. And you need to craft a sales argument that serves all 5 of these objections and handles them. That's what you're going to do in that email. So if I had it where the objection for like the setters was, I don't want to pay for a setter. I don't want to have to train the setter, right? And I just don't have time right now to bring a new person onto their team. Let's just say that's what I'm seeing across my sales calls. That's what everyone's saying. That's what the company is saying. So let's just go ahead and handle that, right? So here's what I would do. I would just say, like, start off the email and just state it up front. Like, it actually is incredibly easy for you to onboard a setter for a team. A lot of people think this is going to take time. They say things like, see what I'm doing here? I'm literally, because then they read the email and they go, I say things like that. It's like, indeed. That's exactly what the fuck we're trying to establish here. So, like, it really is this simple, guys. So you'll say something like, a lot of people will say some things like, and then just put the fucking objections right there. Like, just put them right there. They'll say things. I just want you to understand these are not true, right? Here's why. Solve the objection, solve the objection, solve the objection, solve the objection, right? Like, just handle them. And then just go into it and be like, this is how we've been able to big balls on table result. So place over 276 setters in over 30 different companies and be able to produce a total of 500 million across all of these different companies, right? From our setters, right? The reason why is because we make this a white glove service that solves all those problems. Blah, 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 right? So guys, like, that's what you do on email 8. And then you just pitch. And if you wanted to be able to have this exact service for you, I'd love to help you with that. Something like that, right? And if you wanted to find out how you could make the process of getting a setter in your team as easy as possible, we would love to talk with you about that, okay? So, like, look at the difference. Let's just look at the difference here. Who do you think is more likely to buy? A, B. If you had to put chips in a corner If you had to bet on it, you personally put your fucking money on the gamble, which one is more likely to buy? And leave a dramatic pause for a second. You're probably sitting here going, yeah, it's B. Yeah. Why? Because I'm right. Because I'm right. Because I know what I'm talking about. Nobody cares about case studies. Nobody cares about your VSL. Nobody cares about your shiny shit. They care about themselves. They care about their problems. They care about what they want. They care about their objections. That's what they care about. The sooner you understand this and stop writing copy and stop creating marketing assets and tools and mechanisms and all this shit that's orientated towards yourself and your selfish shit, your business, and instead focus it on them and their lives and their businesses, all your shit's just gonna... So I was very passionate today in this video. I was cursing a lot. I was a madman. And I hope that was very valuable for you. So my point in sharing this with you guys is this. This is like don't think that you have to follow this exact 8 emails. It could be 5 emails. It could be 4 emails. It could be 3 emails, okay? It doesn't need to be a specific length. But notice what I'm talking about here. We are providing value in these email automations. And this concept of value first will always, always, always serve you well in any domain, okay? People will say, for instance, I have a lot of friends in advertising that are doing media buying and everything. If I were to put out an ad that was just purely value, like very, very, very little call to action, 10 minutes of value, okay? And then I had it where the call to action was maybe something like subscribe to my newsletter. I don't even ask them to buy anything, right? Up front, that ad would not see any results, right? There wouldn't be any significant or tangible ROI, okay? But if I left that ad on YouTube for a year total and spent every single month $5,000 on it, let's just say that, by the end of the year, I would have such a disgustingly high ROAS. People would be like, oh, because guys, like you keep thinking that it's like the media buying or it's like the metrics. No, your shit's just not valuable. Like nobody wants it. It is supply and demand, okay? If there's no demand for what you have, it doesn't matter how much fucking supply you have, no one's gonna buy it. So if you produce something very valuable, intrinsically, what that means is there's a high level of demand for it. So you can go and produce ads that are like that, what I said, purely education based, and people will be like, well, can you source data? This is a concept. This is what I'm saying. You guys are so like, oh, I need to fucking, can I get like a, like, I need a specific proof. The concept is what matters here. The concept is what matters here. Don't look for fucking, oh, I need to have the specific, like, can I see how, exactly how you did this, and could you show me the step-by-step tutorial on it? Over time, that video would get a disgusting amount of impressions. If I just every month, 5K, 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 5K. It would be so much value that people would be like, you know what, right? The right people would join my newsletter. And if I had actual back-end systems and I understood how to pitch on the back end and I had a back-end offer, guess what? Guess what? A lot of people would buy from me. I'd make a ton of money. So people will be like, what's the best funnel that works? I'm not saying that you should run that YouTube strategy. That's a strategy, right? If you want to run that strategy, fucking go for it, right? But what I am saying is that if your strategy is based in value, there's no way you can fail. The way that strategy I just told you fails is if the video is not valuable. Right? If it's just useless information, it doesn't matter how much shit I put out there. But if that was an insanely valuable video where I solved my target market's biggest problems, like if it was 5-10 minutes long, who the fuck cares? Oh, they'll get docked on the metrics. Stop it. Stop it. So dumb. So dumb. This is, I'm going over. We're probably going to get to like 45 minutes and I'm just going to rant right now because why not? Like, you guys keep thinking that marketing campaigns are like, it's this, we're going to swipe this person's thing. We're going to follow their exact strategy and then it'll work for us. No, false, objectively false. That's not how it works. Yes, you may need to test different things and whatnot, but I'm saying if you took that core concept right there, I'm going to produce a valuable video. Maybe I need to test the intro or the hooks or whatever to get a longer retention rate. But guys, like if it's super valuable, guess what? It'll attract your audience. The problem though, and this is what I'm saying, you're not going to hit a valuable video right out the gate on YouTube ads. Somehow this turned into a call or a video on YouTube ads. The problem is that people are trying to get results way too fast. They want to see ROI within like 60 days, 30 days, which is like, hey, when you got a $5,000 a month media buying agency, yeah, I get it. Like I totally get it. When they're taking 15% of your revenue and you want to be able to see results super fast, I totally get it. But I don't want to go super deep in that because like, hey, I'm not the YouTube ads guy. I'm just using a concept, and it's that if the strategy is based in value, it will win. If it is valuable, it will win. Just like the most valuable person wins. The most valuable person, it becomes regarded as the most valuable person and everyone wants their attention. All the women want his attention. All the men want his attention. The same thing with the company. The most valuable company is the company that everyone wants to buy. And then same thing with the assets and with the VSLs and with the emails. The most valuable of those are what people want. These are intrinsic core concepts. Okay. Now, you hitting that is a lot easier to test with paid traffic versus cold. Not cold, organic, right? It's a lot easier because you can just, what do they care about, right? Value is what they care about. Okay. Now, you're probably making a pretty good bet that they probably care a lot about their problems. Now, you may explain their problems differently than they would, or it's not, like problem number 2 out of 4 is not as accurate, right? So on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera. These are all plausible. So I personally think that no matter what you're doing, if we focus on value, we'll win. Now, I'm not going to get on a fucking consulting call with a client and be like, yo, what are you doing on YouTube ads? And they're like this. And I'm like, fuck that. We're going to do the email list strategy that I talked about at minute 35 of this video. No, I'm using an example. So I don't want people coming out and saying like, Nick, I tried this thing. It didn't work. Like, okay, did you run it for a year? Did you do all the things that I said? No. Okay, cool. Then the example won't work for you. What I am saying though, is that I would go to their YouTube ads and I'd just be like, yeah, dude, this isn't valuable. Like I'll go to their VSL and be like, this isn't valuable. This is like, it's just not valuable. People want to, especially B2B, like more than anything. B2B is just not like, you don't have any wiggle room here. With B2C, you can make fucking circus wheel, just make it as loud as possible and talk about it. But even then, like look at, what's it called? VShred, look at their ads. If you want right now, go to the VShred Facebook ad library and just look at their ads. You're going to think, oh, what dumbass buys this? Guess what? Sorry guys. To burst your bubble, the general population is kind of stupid. This is what it is. That's why I like B2B more. B2B is a lot more sophisticated. There's a lot more fun there. I think that you don't need to be a retard and a dancing monkey. You can just kind of sell, right? Like you can just kind of talk about your product and you can just kind of be a normal human being, and they respect it a lot more because they actually don't like that cringy stuff. Whereas the consumer, the general public's like, it's like goofy. Oh yo, I like the flashing lights. Oh yo. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I hope that core concept is really sticking for you. Value. Focus on value. You will never go wrong. Tie it into your email automations. Watch what happens. Show me your results. Alrighty, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.